Good morning, welcome. Thank you for joining us at this exciting launch of the Sandals GFA U15 National Boys Tournament. And it's a great feeling because the youth, our future stars of football, will be in action. And I can say that the National U15 Boys Tournament is arguably one of our most exciting tournaments where you see that talent on the field being shown. So once again, I want to say welcome. At the head table, we have our president of the GFA, Mr. Marlon Glean. We are also joined by Nasha Smith-Bailey, who is the director of sales, groups and conventions at Sandals, Grenada. And they are here to tell you much more about this exciting competition, which actually starts or kicks off on Saturday at Cuthbert Peters Park, Guave. So for the people of Guave who might be listening, we are coming to you. So to start off the proceedings, I invite our president to deliver brief remarks and tell us more about the tournament, what we can expect, and also other age group tournaments that are coming up. Mr. Glean.
Thank you, Ria. Good morning. Good morning to everyone here and to all the folks who are watching from across the world. Good morning to all, or good afternoon if you're in Europe or in another time zone. First, I would like to say thank you to our sponsor, Sandals, for partnering with the Grenada Football Association once more. Sandals been sponsoring our boys U15 competition since 2018. And as much as they've been sponsoring since 2018, it's the fourth version of the Sandals U15 competition. So I'd like to thank Sandals for again trusting the GFA with such sponsorship and ensuring that our young boys will have an opportunity to showcase their talent, but at the same time continue to develop their talent over the next couple months. When we took office sometime last year, we said that the focus have to be on youth football, on youth competition, and on youth development. So the U15 Cup is a very important cup, is a very important fixture within the whole development agenda of the Grenada Football Association. It's where we get to first identify our future budding talent, and it's an opportunity for us to keep an eye on our first introduction to some players and see them blossom and grow over the years. This summer, Grenada will be participating in the CONCACAF U15 competition sometime in August. And this competition provides for two objectives. One, to help with the development of the football, provide a platform for under 15 boys to perform, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for the coaches of the current U15 national team, who's been in training since last October. It's an opportunity for the coaching staff to take a look at new players who hasn't been part of the setup, of the national team setup. Have a look at them over the next couple months. Unlike the previous versions, this competition is going to run for about 6 months. So we have 6 months of football for our U15 players. Previously, the competition was about 6 weeks or so. This time around, it's going to be about 6 months. So over a period of time, the players will get to train, the players will get to play friendly matches in preparation for matches every week over the next 6 months. With the longer time period also, we expect more football to play. We have 20 teams registered from across Grenada, and the intention is to put them at prime time in most instances so that the community, families, etc. will be able to come out and have a look at them. That is where it starts. I remember my first introduction to real formal football was in the Grenlec under 15 a number of years ago. That is where my first national team appearance came from my performance in the Grenlec under 15 competition. And some of the players who participated in that competition eventually went on to play on the senior national team. So Sandals coming in and providing the support, providing the sponsorship, providing the platform will also ensure that the next generation of Grenada national team players will be seen. The next generation of national team players will be able to develop, and the next generation of Grenadian players will be able to make it probably even surpassing the senior national team, but playing professional football around the world. So it's a very exciting period. We start off with the U15 competition this week, but right after that we have our girls U14, which is going to kick off very soon. That's going to be a parish competition. Then we have our girls U17, which also going to kick off soon, sometime in May. And then we have our women's league, our national women's league. All these competition is going to be for a period of about 6 months. So we have every competition going to have at least 6 months of football. And then we have our national league, our national Premier League, which is going to kick off on May 28th. And then the other competitions, the knockout competitions, etc., are going to follow directly after. But it's a very exciting time for football in Grenada, especially youth football. We'll ensure that our kids get multiple opportunities to play. And the more they play, we know the more they're going to develop. And the more they develop will create opportunities for them, whether it's to go to college or whether it is to play professional football as a career. So again, I want to thank Sandals for partnering with us. And all the other supporters, fans, the people who will be coming out to watch the game. We kick off in Guava on Saturday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. All the teams are going to be engaged. So it's going to be an evening of football, an evening of youth football. And we'll continue to have these games played on weekends so families, parents, communities can come out and see their boys in action. And the girls will get the same reception a couple of weeks later when we have the kickoff of the U14 girls competition. And the idea is to play these matches at prime time. So, no longer that these kids are going to be playing at 1 o'clock where nobody is available to watch matches. But on weekends and on evenings and on nights, so they can get the full support and they can get a proper platform to showcase their talent. It doesn't make a sense they're showcasing their talents when nobody's watching. Grenada needs to see what we have and what is coming, and we start on Saturday. So I'm inviting everyone, to come to Guava on Saturday for the start, and thereafter, let's follow the schedule and follow your teams, and we'll see as to the next generation of Grenadian footballers. I'm certain you'll see players today that in 5 or 6 years, at 20 and 21, they'll be making a name for themselves at the senior level and possibly at the college level or at professional football somewhere in some part of the world. So thanks again. And I'm excited about this competition. I'm excited about the continued partnership with Sandals. Without Sandals, it would have been a stretch to ensure that we have a high-level competition, ensuring that the kids are going to be performing at a really high standard. So thank you all for being part of this press conference, and we see you guys on Saturday.
All right. Thank you, President Glean. And we now move over to Mrs. Nasha Smith-Bailey, Director of Sales, Groups and Conventions at Sandals Grenada. Sandals is, of course, our title sponsors for the National U15 Boys Tournament.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everyone. As Mr. Glean would have mentioned, since 2018, Sandals has been the title sponsor for the tournament. We're pleased to support the tournament for yet another season, another year, and we look forward to contributing to the development of sports in Grenada. We look forward to a successful tournament, and we encourage parents, the community, everyone to come out and support the games. Thank you.
All right, short and sweet, thank you. Right, we open the floor to questions. So, members of the media, there is a cordless mic. You can ask your questions.
You know, in Grenada today, our players are not playing sufficient football. A 6 weeks or 2 months competition literally gets a player to start going, and by the time they get going, it's already done. So what we try to do is to pack as much football as possible into the year. It provides an opportunity for players to develop over a period of time. With a 6 week, 8 weeks tournament, you don't find much development because there's not much space to develop. Over a period of time, clubs have the opportunity to play practice matches, to try new players, to do training camps, and make adjustments over a period of time. So the whole intention is why the extension? The intention is to get the players to play more matches over a longer period of time, because that's the only way we're going to see the development. If the players are playing many matches, multiple matches over a longer period of time. And let me give you an example. In the United States today, a 6-year-old kid is probably playing about 100 matches in a year. In Grenada today, if you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you're probably not playing any football, except you're in one of the 4 or 5 academies that exist in Grenada. But I can tell you there's a kid right now in Grand Roy or Concord who at 7, 8, 9, 10, they probably play no formal football. So for a kid to develop, and for a kid to, we played the US the other day and we were trashed 7-1. And we look at it and we look for excuses and we look for, why would a US dominate us? But, a kid in the US at 8, 9, 10, 11 probably playing 100, 120 matches every year. In Grenada today, our U15 national team, or U15 players, they probably play on average maybe 12 matches, maybe 15 matches for the entire year. So for us to compete, we have to play more football. And for us to play more football, we have to extend our competitions and give our young boys and girls an opportunity to play more. The 6 months also provides for more training time. Because if you're preparing for a 6 months competition, there'll be multiple training opportunities during that 6 months compared to a 2-month competition. So the whole idea as to why extending it to 6 months is for more opportunities to play, more opportunities to train, and more opportunities to develop.
Sorry, I think we may have left out how the competition will be run in terms of how we get to the final stage.
Yeah, thank you, Ria. So as I mentioned earlier, there'll be 20 teams participating, or we have 20 registered teams. The teams will be divided into 2 groups, 10 and 10. Thereafter, after they would have played a round-robin type league, the top 8 teams, so 4 and 4 teams, will go into a quarterfinals, and then a semi-finals, and then a finals. So that'll be the structure of the competition. As I said, in terms of the league itself, we expect all the teams to be able to play all the teams in their respective groups, and then we go into the playoff situation, starting with the top 8 teams.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Donella, you're okay? All right. So that brings us to the end of this launch of the Sandals GFA National U15 Boys Tournament. It will be an exciting tournament. It's a tournament that many people are looking forward to. Just on our Facebook page alone, I am seeing Eagle Super Strikers saying they are ready and coming for the title. And, Paradise fans answering that they are ready for the challenge to take the title again. So, there's that bit of competition, a little bit of pick-on there already. So Saturday, all roads lead to the Cuthbert Peters Park at 2:30 for the launch of the U15 tournament, the Sandals GFA National U15 tournament. Please come out and join us and support our future stars as they make their name, as they get experience on the field, as they build sportsmanship and camaraderie. And we hope to see you there this Saturday. Thank you everyone for joining us, and do enjoy the rest of your day.